Welcome, everybody to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RibRadioNetwork.com. Welcome to Hump Wednesday, everyone. Sorry about my tardiness.
Tardy to the party.
I am. I really am. That's my bad. I've been running around a lot today, especially on a snow day.
It's not a snow day. It's a dusting.
Well, my office said it was a snow day.
Whatever.
No one came to work today.
Jeez.
Yeah, tell me about it. As you can see. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. We have special guests in the audience who will be on the show later today, Mr. Mike Powell.
Yep.
And check out his bio on fashionvictuals.com. He is incredible. He is all about you being successful in your personal life and in your business life. So we are definitely going to sit down with him and have a few questions for him today. And he has an event coming up that he's going to talk to us about too. What's up, Brian?
Hello.
How you doing?
I've been all right. Seems like you're the one who's got a lot amped up
I know.
in you
Oh
for
my
a
God.
quote-unquote snow day. So
Yeah. Again, my office, it was a ghost town. And I'm like, it barely snowed. So
it
people
was
were
a
like,
dusting.
they're like, oh, I'm not coming to work today. And I'm like, okay.
That's what in this area is. Yeah, but here's the funny thing. Like a couple days ago, I saw the Doppler radar for the incoming snow, but there was like two versions.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, the quote unquote our version, the American version, and then there was the European version,
Right.
which is the accurate one. And surprisingly enough, the accurate one was accurate. We just had a dusting around here, so it's like, come on,
He ain't
folks.
been missing lately. The weatherman hasn't been missing
No, the
lately.
weatherman don't know what they're talking about.
Half the time, no.
So that's why it's like, hey, just if the weatherman says we're expecting 5 inches, you're getting 2.
Pretty much. But I mean, the weatherman was actually accurate. He said maybe 0.5 inches, and it's literally going to cover grass.
Right.
That's it.
Right. But as well, Montgomery County, everyone freaks out for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, 3 hours delay. It's either between 2 to 3 hours
Yep.
or they'll close completely. And it's like, man, it's a dusting. Can you just at least do it an hour later?
No.
No.
I think that this area anticipates at least a sprinkle of snow falling. That's true.
Yes.
Like, I really think that it's like they waiting for it just so they can bring all the salt trucks and shut schools down or make them
Right.
be delayed 2 hours. And,
Trust me. Yeah, they literally want that. They want that snow day.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You kind of figure it's like the teachers there are kind of like, it's like, is everything all right? And it's like, no, I need this snow day.
Exactly.
So-
Oh my God. So yeah, I was in the office. 'Cause I'm always in the office.
Office Depot.
Oh my gosh. What do we have in Fashion Victual News today?
Fashion Victual News. Well, it's a lot of fashion. A lot of fashion because we've been giving you a lot of food. Well, mainly few reviews.
Michelin
and
star.
Michelin star reviews and also a lot of flight issues and things like that.
Yeah, we did talk about flight issues.
Yeah, a lot of flight issues.
But I mean, this is the perfect time. I mean, people are traveling for holidays and stuff like that.
Right.
Speaking of which, this is such a sidebar, but I'm so excited.
Really
I'm so excited about it that my company gave us the first 2 days off. So I'm off on Christmas Eve and the day before Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Most companies don't do that. They make you work Christmas Eve and the day before Christmas Eve.
Well, here's what a lot of people should do. I did this for years, and I credit this to my former I would say my mentor in college.
Mm-hmm.
So I would save up all my holiday time.
But Brian,
Hold
I know
on.
what you about to say.
Yeah,
Okay.
so save up all of my holiday time until those last 2 weeks of the year. Reason being is like I rather have 2 weeks off at the end of the year and come back, new year, new me, whatever, all that stuff, instead of I'll take a couple days here, a couple days there, and all that stuff. I see people taking vacations off for weeks at a time and all that stuff. It's like, that's you. But here's the thing. Everything, for me, and especially in my job, it's like, well, if you're, some...
But you all probably get, like, a lot of holidays, though.
No. I mean, you'll get your occasional, the normal...
We only get
holiday.
6.
Yeah, you'll get your normal holidays.
We don't even get the other ones like Veterans Day.
The federal holidays?
Yeah, we only get 6. So when a company says, oh, well, you can be out these 2 days before this day, it's actually, we're like, hey, that works for us. And we don't have to use vacation time.
That's why people, I suggest this, work for the government. So you get those federal holidays off and everything else.
I feel you.
Yes, and build up those holiday hours and then take the last 2 weeks of the year off. Actually, before I was let go, I literally had enough sick leave to be sick for like about 3 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So because I felt like I ain't sick.
Wow. Yeah.
So
I feel you. That's understandable. Well, we're gonna take a quick break.
Hot. It's very hot. Quick break.
Yeah, I said a quick break.
Yeah, very, very, very quick. Very, 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 very
And when we come back, we're going to jump right into Fashion Victual News right here on RipRadioNetwork.com.
Very good.
Welcome back to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. Let's jump right into Fashion Victual News.
Yeah.
Brian.
Just jump in. Are we sponsored again or brought to you by
Not today.
Not today? All right.
Not
brought
today.
To you by nothing. All right. Fashion Victual News brought to you by nothing. Anyway, well, this was brought back. The fat is officially back. That's
Which one?
Of course, it's baby fat. Baby fat
baby
fat is officially back.
Officially, we talked about this a couple months ago.
But no, that was just a soft
opening.
return. Return. Yes, the 90s high urban style fashion line made its official this past Friday that they are back on the market on their website. This time around, Kimura's grown teenagers, Aoki and Ming, were wearing new styles for the new century. And like we said before, we mentioned back around June that Baby Fat came back with a collaboration with Forever 21. The clothes from that soft launch completely sold out.
Really?
Yes. So
I wonder if hold on, let me not tell my age on this show right now. But I'm thinking like maybe the women my age bought it, thinking that because they've got kids that are teenagers who probably wear this stuff.
Well,
but
surprisingly enough, Rihanna.
Just saying.
Well, surprisingly enough, Rihanna bought a lot of this clothing.
Really?
Pretty recently too. So, but
I can't see me wearing baby fat.
Well, she likes it, so
she likes it. I love it.
But here we go. But expect new looks from Baby Fat 2.0 that will have fur stalls, sheer bodysuits, and higher stiletto heels. So this is the new look.
I feel like we need to put this on our IG site, and I have a question.
What's the question?
Because I was a teenager during the Baby Fat era.
Right.
Now, it's where I am now, and it's like a soft launch, and now it's officially back. It's like, would I wear it?
Well, based off of, let's put it this way. If you, again, going back to this picture with the new looks.
I mean, the clothes look really nice. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But
it depends on, again, here's the interesting part is who are they marketing it to?
Good question.
So now with, when they did the soft relaunch, you can tell it was catered towards
the
pretty much
boppers.
teeny boppers, because that's what technically Baby Fat was.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think now they're a little bit more sophisticated, and I think they're trying to get up to a more adult level.
Gotcha.
So I think they're trying to get that, let's say, between the mid to 20 to the late 20 range, somewhere around that time frame. Even though you see like Kimora looking amazing and hot in her mid 40s, but
with
actually
all
correct
the kids,
that.
she
Actually,
still look like.
Actually, no, that's one of her daughters. I'm sorry.
No, that's her on
No, because I've seen Kimora lately, and that's one of her daughters.
Not the one with the two-piece on?
The one with the black bag, yeah, that's one of her daughters.
Oh my gosh, she looks just like her mom.
Yes, I just realized that.
That's like super scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for the teeny boppers.
Yeah, so.
That's super for the teeny boppers.
Yeah.
Hey, have at it. Been there, done that.
All right, now you're going to, here's some humor for today's.
I'm always good for a good laugh.
Yeah, you're going to love this one. Okay, so last week, the art world was dumbfounded by the art gallery in Miami, Art Basel, displaying an art piece of a banana stuck to the wall of the gallery.
I saw that.
All right. Well, guess what? The price of this artwork.
I've been wanting to, but I heard it was super expensive.
Yes, which is surprisingly the entitled comedian. Range from $120,000 to $150,000. But last Saturday, the joke was on all those who thought this was art. When this man, art performer David Datuna, went to the gallery, as you can see here, took the banana off the wall
and started eating
it. And pretty much everyone in the gallery were in shock.
Of course they were.
But doing the modern thing, doing the modern thing of being in shock, recorded the incident in the process. So by the time the caretakers arrived to stop him, it was too late. The banana was half eaten. And as of right now, as you can see, David Datuna is just enjoying the whole banana thing, was not arrested. This is the surprising part. He was not arrested, but there may be a fine coming his way.
Because he actually untaped a banana on the wall and ate it.
Yep. So there's been a lot of memes. There's been a lot of jokes about this, because it's like pretty much the artist who did this went to a grocery store, went to the gallery, put duct tape on it, and everyone thought this was the most amazing thing on the planet. And I'm like,
I'm going to go home and tape bananas to my wall then. If that's the case.
So, but my thing is now, this is where I feel like, okay, as I'll show you again, here's the caretaker about to come here. He's like enjoying it. He's supposed to be a performing artist. That's what David Tua is. So
he performed eating art.
Yeah, eating art. So, and there's the caretaker about to is like, wait, what?
Who's the gentleman who I want to see who the artist is who did it? Like who
I don't think they've ever been
taped the banana to the wall. That's because there's probably never been one. It's probably like,
right.
Okay.
So, but anyway, I'm.
So who gets the money?
Well, that's the question mark, because that's where I feel like David Tua may be paying a fine for this, because he
gonna pay the money.
I hope he's got $150,000 worth of it.
He can just go to the grocery store and buy another banana and do the same thing.
Pretty much. So, but
duct tape.
We'll see. Anyway, next story is we're going to go to Britain, or sort of going to Britain. Meghan Markle's the Duchess of Sussex, whatever. Sussex. Thank you. I got to learn English. Anyway, her friend Jennifer Myers, who is the ex-wife of former Spider-Man Tobey Maguire, was ordered by Buckingham Palace to stop posting and linking posts of the Duchess wearing her jewelry. Some of the items that she was seen wearing here's some of the items, was a $850 gold mummy necklace at her Meghan's baby shower. And then there was a 3-stone turquoise necklace at the first appearance of baby Archie. And then there was a $250 turquoise ring. Meghan loves turquoise. That Meghan wore at a recent South African trip. Now, Miss Myers stated that I get really excited when I see her in our pieces, and she just radiates amazing energy. Well, guess what? Even though that Myers enjoys that radiation from the Duchess, she was totally oblivious from the irritation from Buckingham Palace. There is a rule that British royals cannot accept free jewelry, but they are allowed to buy them, in which Meghan did. But as long as the jeweler does not exploit that they are working with the royals. And as of right now, Ms. Myers and her company broke that rule. So the links and pictures of the Duchess were removed from Myers' company's website, but as for her jewel company still working with the royals, is still pending. So pretty much she's known to work with a lot of celebrities, like Jennifer Aniston, and I recently saw there was some other female.
So everybody that she works with, she kind of puts on display like that?
Yeah, some, but like I said, some were accepting. And when Meghan was, before she became a Duchess, or even before met Harry, she was featured a lot on the website. So, but once she became a Duchess, things went, this will be even greater, and all that stuff. Like,
gotcha.
How influencers love to be influencing. So, but they said, we ain't having that. So, but anyway. Any other comments about that one? Okay, well, you think that was bad. All right. Well, let's, again, still dealing with the royals. The famous dress worn by a late Princess of Wales, Diana, at a state's dinner at the White House back in 1985. As you can see here, she was dancing with John Travolta. This past week was up for auction for a third time. The first time. What?
That's the same dress?
The same dress, different color, but they're Photoshop and all that crap.
Okay.
But anyway, the first time was by Di herself for charity. That's when it was a sell for auction.
Just look heavy.
Unfortunately, it was 2 months before her tragic accident back in '97 when she did that. And surprisingly enough, a Florida woman bought it. That's a weird thing. But then in 2011, the Florida woman had to put it up for auction, and or for sale, as this case, and was purchased by a British man back in 2013. Now, that person is selling it up for again. The Kerry auction house listed the dress between $300,000 to $400,000. That was their estimated value.
That's a house.
Yeah, I know, but no one could buy it at a price.
Of course.
So the auction house pretty much was able to do it post auction, and it was sold at $295,000.
Still a house.
And luckily enough, it was bought by a British institution, which the seller was happy that the dress was still in British soil. So it's like, it stays with Lady Di.
Oh, wonderful.
So, mind you, this is the connection with charity that Lady Di used to do. So we bring in our new Lady Di, Chrissy Teigen.
With a filthy mouth.
Yeah, with a perfect filthy mouth. Anyway, well, let's put it this way. Her charity reason is she usually, the supermodel usually buys back some of her red carpet stuff.
Okay.
So these are some of her, notable looks.
Okay,
here.
Chrissy.
Yes. And the main reason why she, buys them back because one, she said that, since I've done the mommy thing, since I'm doing the mommy thing, I don't have this supermodel figure all the time. So she figures like she'll buy up some of the looks and then sells them to this company called The Real Real.
Oh, I follow them.
Yeah, so the popular resale designer site, and gives the money to charity.
Oh, that's nice.
So some of the dresses that she has bought and sold off, this one here, the one-shoulder dress by Soleil's London for $470. Right now she has a shawl covering it up, but
okay, that's not bad for that price range.
Yeah. And then this is her biggest price here is the Ralph and Russo jewel encrusted silk gown for almost $4,000.
Okay.
And then there's the 16 Arlington feather frock.
That's cute.
For $925. So,
okay.
So all for charity, since we're now into the charity season of Christmas and giving and all that stuff. So Chrissy Teigen is in the Christmas spirit. So
wonderful.
It's Chrissy Miss.
This is what I don't understand. I'm gonna save
what you got? Well, we're going into the editorial shade already.
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
So what's wrong?
I will wait.
No, what? You're waiting.
I'm just not a Christmas person.
Oh, okay.
And
we'll wait. Enough said. We'll wait. Jeez.
And that's it for Fashion Victual News.
Fashion Victual News.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to jump into our interview today with Mr. Mike Powell right here on Fashion Victuals Radio. Welcome, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. As you see this gentleman to my right, the wonderful Mr. Mike Powell.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, sir?
I'm tired. I'm tired.
I'm
tired, but I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Thank you all for having me. Listening to y'all. Y'all are so crazy. So y'all have given me some entertainment.
This
for
is
this
one of
evening.
our light days.
Well, it's better than babies in bottles. So
yeah.
I'm entertained. So I'll take it when I can.
Totally understand. Now,
yes,
the history of how I met you.
Yes.
I went to an event about, mostly it's vision boards, but he hosted an event called Vision Mapping.
Correct.
So what I want you to tell the audience today is what is the difference between having a vision board and vision mapping?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. I think it's really important to kind of distinguish between those two things. So, most people are familiar with vision boards. You usually get together with your friends or your girlfriends and y'all drink wine and mimosas and cut out pictures of a magazine or cut out symbols of things that you want and you post them on your board and you all talk and laugh and sip and have a good time and everybody goes home, right? And I think that's cool. I think that's a good time. I've done many of those before. But what I was noticing, especially working with young people, doing vision boards with them, was that we would actually have them come to the front of the classroom and present their vision boards. And so, we would ask them a question. All right, you have this picture on here. Well, how are you going to achieve that? You have this picture on there. What does that mean? How are you going to achieve that? And we were noticing that none of them ever had any answers.
Wow.
And it looked great. I mean, they had all the cars and the clothes and the shoes and, they had all the good stuff, but they had no idea how to get to that point. And so I I decided that I think it was important to do more than just have a vision board. As an entrepreneur, I got into this habit of creating a plan for myself for what I needed to do to reach my goals, my financial goals. And I had a friend of mine teach me this process or technique, I guess, called vision mapping, which is where you actually have a goal, but then you map it back to the exact steps that you need to take in order to reach that goal. So I did that with her about 3 years ago. It was super uncomfortable. I was feeling like really crazy. I was squirmish and moving around, but I got through it. And at the end, I had something that I could look at every single day that reminded me of what my goals were, but also reminded me of the path that I needed to take in order to reach that goal. So a vision map is an actual plan with steps, with actions, with timelines, with deadlines. A vision board is just the actual visual symbols and the representation of those goals. So both are great. I think, we're very visual, especially men. I think it's really helpful to have something that we can see because we're really visual. But when you can add the visual part with a plan that that when you look at it, you know exactly what you need to do, what you haven't done, and it holds you accountable. I think that's something cool to have. And I found that people who create them and use them have realized those benefits. And so
absolutely.
I thought it was worthwhile to just teach more people how to use it because I found the benefits of it, and a lot of people who I work with do as well. And so I just have been doing it and do it more and more and more. And now we are at a point where we're going to do a workshop and get the whole area involved. So
awesome.
Looking forward to that.
Awesome. So I know your background.
Yep.
Tell the audience what your background is.
Yep.
Coaching, consulting.
Yeah.
Do everything, honestly.
Yeah. When you're a small business, you got to be able to do it all. And so, our business is a family company. We have a consulting company where we go to organizations and essentially help them reach their goals. And now, how we reach them goals, it really varies by the organization. Sometimes I'm a trainer and I go in and I'm teaching a class. I have a specific topic, and we're together a day or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, whatever the course is. Sometimes I'm a coach where I'm working one-on-one with someone and I'm helping them to identify how to improve their performance. Sometimes I'm a consultant where an organization will contact me with a problem and they need me to come in to help them think through how to solve the problem. Sometimes I help them implement the solution. Sometimes I help them find resources to implement the solution. Sometimes I'm a keynote speaker where I just come out and I just give a talk and try to inspire people and get them motivated and get them juiced up. And sometimes, like we did when I met, I'm coming to people's homes and to places out in the community with people who have their friends and their family and their loved ones together and want to do something productive for them as well. So, in my business, we kind of do all of those things, but at the core, it's all about helping people to reach their goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you've been doing this for quite some time now.
Yeah. I've so the business has been around for 30 years.
Okay.
So my dad started the business back, I guess it's over 30 years now. It started in 86. And so I've been around this kind of work all my life. And then I've, started a nonprofit and worked with young people doing the same thing with a nonprofit. And then I've worked in some university systems and doing the same thing in universities. Done some work in the private sector and the federal government. And then in 2009, I decided to jump out here and join the family business full time. So now I work with my dad and my cousins, and we have some folks that work for us. And, this is our dream that, we have turned into a reality. So, family business is tough. Not something that I would recommend because it's not for the faint of heart. I won't say I won't recommend it, but you have to make sure that you're prepared if you make that decision.
Absolutely.
It's not for the faint of heart. But at the end of the day, it's nothing like grinding and working with people who love you and care about you and have your back. So, even in those days when we want to shoot each other, I can still wake up in the morning knowing that they still got my back. So
that's a good feeling.
I can't say that for everywhere I've worked before.
That is a good feeling.
Absolutely.
So that means you've been doing this for about 20 plus years.
Yeah. I'm getting old. These gray hairs coming in my chin. So, it's funny because it doesn't feel like it's been that long when it's something that you've always done. I mean, I remember growing up in church and, going up and, speaking in church and, being in college and, doing stuff like this in college. So it's just very natural for me. Okay. And so I think the time comes from me starting to look at people who are younger than me, who want to do the same thing, and me feeling like, man, I can give them some advice. And I'm like, man, like I'm the guy that's giving advice now. Like I'm used to being the youngest one in the room, and I'm not the youngest one in the room anymore. So that's when I really feel it the most. Okay. But, in terms of my colleagues, the professionals that I work with, I'm still one of the youngest ones, especially when we're talking about black men. I mean, in my industry, it's not a lot of black men that do this work.
Agreed.
So, I'm young and I'm a black man, so I still feel pretty special and pretty unique. But, I know I'm getting old too.
What would you say was the most challenging place that you've been in order to either do coaching, training, or just being one of the keynote speakers there?
Yeah.
You don't have to give the business name, but you can just kind of set up the room for us.
That's a good question. I did some work last year with a nonprofit, and it was a national nonprofit, but we worked with the local office, the local DMV office, and it was really, really good work. We were trying to help them do some strategic planning and kind of get themselves prepared for some changes that were coming and, get ready for that. But what we say in all of our work, where it doesn't matter how smart people are, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how many resources you have, if people can't get along, it's not going to work.
That's right.
So this was a great, nationally known, world-renowned organization, but people at the headquarters didn't get along. And we went and we did some great work, and I was excited because I thought this was going to be like a long-term gig, and it was going to be paying me for the next 3 to 5 years. And the executive director quit.
Wow. Wow.
After our first session, because I think we over-empower her. I think we really gave. I don't need this anymore. We talk a lot about choices, and how choices impact the decisions and the behaviors and the things that you get around.
Right.
And I think she went home and started thinking about her choices and was like, yeah, I don't have to do this anymore. And
it'd be like that sometimes.
It
motivated her to quit.
We tell people either your organization is going to change or you're going to change, one or the other. And when your organization doesn't change, you got to decide, do you want to stay or do you want to go? And she decided to go. And a few people decided that after her. So,
oh, wow.
We had a few sessions of screaming and yelling, and it was tense. And then she was gone. And that's never our goal. That's not our goal to make that happen. I was looking forward to a long contract today. That contract did not get extended because they didn't need us anymore. So, I think it worked out for the best, but it wasn't really what they saw coming. So that was really, really tough.
Well, I would say this, you made people realize their potential throughout that process.
Yep.
So they felt like that was the best thing for them to do, was just jump ship.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, you have an event coming up.
I do.
At the end of the year.
I do. I'm super excited about that. It's a pre-New Year's Eve goal setting and vision mapping workshop.
Okay.
It's just the workshop that I've been doing for, the past 5 years, I'd say, and it's we're blowing it up a little bit. So I got panelists coming out, and they're going to talk about how to achieve your fitness goals and how to achieve your financial goals. I have a young lady who I coached a few years ago, and she's jumped out into the entrepreneur world and has achieved some major success with getting her business funded and securing a lot of sponsorship. So she'll be there and talking about, her path to success. And I'll be talking about goal setting and how to set good goals, both in your personal life and your professional life. Then I'm going to walk folks through the vision mapper process. So, you're going to come and you're going to have lunch. It's at Busboys and Poets over in Hyattsville.
Awesome.
If you've ever been there, you know that they have great food. And if you haven't been there, know that I think their food is great. So we're going to have lunch. My DJ, my guy, Super Scotty, is going to DJ for us and give us some good vibes. And we'll have our panel and we'll have a few vendors, and it's just going to be a good day to kind of focus on yourself, right? I think in my experience in doing these things, what I hear most often is not that this is great, you're teaching me something new that I've never done before, but what I hear is that I've never actually taken the time to do this for myself. I do this at work. I do this for my staff. I do this for my boss. I do this for the teams that I'm on. But I've never actually stopped to sit down and think about my personal life and my personal goals and where I want to be, and then how do I come up with a plan for myself. So part of the session is really to help you learn how to do it, but also gives you time to actually sit down and do it.
Yeah,
because,
absolutely.
It's weird to do it by yourself. You say, I'm going to go home and do it, and then you get home and you get on your phone or you start watching TV or, life happens.
Yeah.
So I tell folks, you pay money to be here for 4 hours. Take advantage of this 4 hours.
Absolutely.
So this is a mental health day. This is a selfish day. This is a day that is about you, to really get your mind focused around 2020. We're going into a new decade. I mean, this is crazy. Like,
I know, right?
I remember 2000 coming in, like, Y2K, and that was like a whole thing. We 20 years down the road. So,
I know.
It's important to make sure we position ourselves and be intentional about the things that we want, because things don't just fall into your lap just because.
Absolutely.
And even if they do, it's because you've been prepared for it and you've positioned yourself for it. So it may look like it just fell into your lap.
Right.
But, people say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So I want to help people get prepared for the next decade that's coming up. I want to help people get in position. I want people to begin to get in the habit of talking about their goals, celebrating their goals, sharing their goals with each other. Couples, families, kids, your job. I have people sending their office in, and they're going to do this with their offices like a team building event. So, anybody can come. I mean, this is a family event.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
Now, you've mentioned the word goal a few times, and I've even seen you use the term goal digger.
That's right.
What is the meaning behind goal digger?
Yeah, so, it's certainly not an original term that I came up with.
No, that's not original.
But
the other term is.
But I like the sort of the play on words with gold and goal. And I added alerts to it because, in especially hip hop culture, you have so many different alerts. I mean, you got new watch alert, you got bad chick alert, you got new car alert, everything alert. And I'm like, this is great, but we need to have some alerts for some other things that are important to us. So I wanted to take that concept of having your goals and doing the work, because, it's not easy. We can sit and have this workshop and everything will be sweet and the music will be good and you'll be laughing. But at the end of the day, you still got to go home and do the work.
Absolutely.
So, the digging really exemplifies the work that you have to put in to actually achieve your goal. And then the alerts is just a reminder. So that's why we create the map. That's why we write down the words. I'm working on an app where, you can come to my workshops and you can upload this stuff into your app so you can go back and look at it and remind you of what you said you wanted to do. So
that's awesome.
It's really just taking a term and making it something that is different than how it was originally used to help motivate people to take care of their stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Are you going to be there?
I'm going to try to be there.
What you mean you're going to be?
It's on the 30th, right?
Yeah, that's a Monday.
That's a work day.
You put in your sick leave?
Maybe.
Slick leave? Gotta call in, man.
I will definitely be there because I mean it's not that far. I had already taken Monday off, so
I know you did. That's why I planned it on a Monday. All y'all taking off. Ain't nobody going to work that week.
Heck no, it's before the new year. We gotta recuperate from Christmas so we can get our drink on into the new year.
That's right. And that's why I'm trying to catch you before you get all that stuff happening and you get all unfocused. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So wake up Monday morning and give your boss the I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in today. I'm going to this workshop.
Everybody would know you didn't drunk the whole weekend away.
Put it on your IDP. Tell them you're doing some professional development.
There you go.
You'll be
then
good.
they'll be there.
You'll be good.
And it is professional development.
Absolutely.
And personal development.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
So I will be there.
Good. Well, I got a ticket for you, and I got for your listeners, I'll have a code for them if they want to.
Awesome. Tell them the code.
The code is Fashion Victuals. So
there you go.
Go to the website. If you go to my IG profile, MP Consults, the link is in my bio, and you can go straight to our Eventbrite, and you can just enter the code Fashion Victuals.
Oh, there goes you. We'll go back,
we'll
Brian.
Give you
all the info right there.
Oh, Brian hooked me up. He got me looking good. All right. You can check that out, and I think it's 20% off is what we did.
There you go, 20% off.
Don't spend up all your Christmas money yet. And if you are, at least spend it on something positive and productive.
Absolutely. So, and the fact that it's on the 30th, right before everyone has that New Year's Eve resolution, and a lot of people still do that to this day. I'm not really a person that does it. I'm more of a goal setter.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect opportunity to do that, and especially just hear everybody out because they can really help you.
Yeah, I mean, because you see the memes every year, New Year, new me. You get the little girls on the blocks, and it's like 2017 and 18 and 19 and 2020 going to be my year, but you're doing the same thing. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Absolutely.
So, I want to help people do something different, right? Start your year off with a plan. So even if you only achieve one thing that you really set up for at the beginning of the year, you'll feel good. I mean, setting goals and achieving goals, that's a tremendous positive feeling for your psyche. I mean, there's so many people dealing with mental health issues. And a lot of reasons that people deal with that stuff is because they feel trapped. They feel stuck. They feel like it's things that they want out of life and they don't know how to get it. So,
absolutely.
More than just having some material things that you can flash about on your Instagram, but this is really about giving you the things that you need in your life to make sure you feel good, to make sure that you feel good for your family and your friends and the people who are going to benefit from you reaching those goals. So it's more than just about yourself. It's like a butterfly effect. You flap your wings, and it's going to impact so many people. So that's why it's important.
Now, this year we've had a lot of entrepreneurs on the show. So, and I always ask them, what are some things, like 3 things that you can name off the top of your head that you can give advice to people who are up and coming into their own business?
Yeah. The first thing is to get traction. To get traction as soon as possible. I think so many people spend too much time trying to get a plan together. They're trying to perfect a plan, and they never take action. And this is coming from a person who, I preach the importance of a plan. But I don't think you should wait forever until your plan is perfect. Like, don't wait for your website to go up and the words to be perfect and you have your GSA contract or you have your right certifications. Like, go out and start getting the work done that you say you're going to do. Get traction, whether you got to partner with other people that's doing it, whether you're going to volunteer, whether you're just going to try one little small thing. Because what happens is a lot of people start getting traction and they realize, I don't like this. They position themselves to do all this stuff, but they've never actually done it and realize they don't like it. So number 1, I would say, is get traction. Number 2 is find a good team. Find a good team.
It's always good.
That's going to have your back. If have your back only means the folks that's going to help you manage your life in addition to what you are going after as an entrepreneur. So, if you have family, have a team that's going to make sure that the family stuff gets taken care of. If you need a team that's going to actually help you start your business, make sure you have a team. If you have a team of people who are just there to consult you and advise you,
Right.
and coach you. Like, have some people around you that can help you out. My dad is a country boy, and he always say 2 heads are always better than 1, even if it's just a cabbage head. So, you know, a lot of people want to go out and get stuff on their own.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's cool. It's important. But find people around you that you can bring in onto your team, if not like a full-time situation, but people that you can rely on and count on to help you. So get some traction, get a team. And I would say the last thing is, you know, make sure you know your product or your service.
There you go.
Make sure you know exactly what you're offering.
Absolutely.
And what your value proposition is, right? And if you don't know what a value proposition is, your value proposition is, what is the value that I'm offering you? You know, why should anybody do business with you? Why should anybody partner with you? You know, what are you offering me that is so unique or so special that I can't get it from somewhere else?
Right.
Sometimes that value proposition is just you, right?
That is
I mean,
true.
you know, if you
That
go online right now, it's 1 million people that's doing goal setting workshops. It's 1 million people that's doing vision board parties, but they're not doing it like me.
Right.
Like, can't nobody do it the way I do it.
Right.
So my value proposition is I'm giving you something unique because of the way that I'm delivering it. But I'm clear on that. I'm not suggesting that those other people aren't going to give you something that's possible. But I'm going to tell you that you come to my workshops and I'm going to give you an experience that somebody else can't create because of the way I do it. So I know what my value proposition is. I've done it for so long. I've gotten traction.
Right.
You know, this is the first time I'm holding an event that's my own. Like, I'm usually
that's
always
crazy.
invited to events. But I'm like, you know what?
Closing out the decade the right way.
Let me get started on my own. So, you know, I got some traction. I've been doing it for a while.
Okay.
And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. This is a springboard for a lot more to come.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mike Powell,
Thank
for
you.
coming down here and
Thank
giving
you.
us your experience, telling us about your workshop
Yeah.
that's coming up,
Yep.
and offering our audience 20% off
For
with
sure.
the code Fashion Victuals.
Yep.
Definitely check it out on the 30th.
And I'm proud of your progress too. I
Thank
see
you.
you grinding. I
You know, I'll be trying.
I know you're doing more than just trying. You're doing great. So keep it
Thank
up.
you.
I'm proud
Thank
of you.
you.
You know, anytime I can come and support you, and anything I can do, just let me know.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Everybody, Mr. Mike Powell.
Hey.
Welcome back to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on ripradionetwork.com. Everyone, I do hope that you are able to attend Mike Powell's workshop. I think what he is doing is phenomenal because a lot of people are not aware of vision mapping. And I was just telling him that the one that I met him at when he did the vision mapping, like, mine looked like a project schedule. I had it listed out everything. But the thing is, I was able to focus on it because if you look at those things every day, it kind of comes into existence for you. So definitely, if you are listening, please try to check out this workshop on December 30th from 12 to 4 in Hyattsville, Maryland. And 20% off for everybody who used the code Fashion Victuals. So definitely check it out. Now,
Yes.
Doom.
Editorial shade.
My editorial shade.
Play some Christmas music.
No. So this is my thing. I'm not a Christmas person. I'm not. I mean, at one point in my life, I was, you know, but like now Christmas is all about the kids, and I love seeing like my babies' faces light up, like niece and nephew.
Right.
I ain't got kids, but those are my babies. So if you say my baby, when you hear me say my babies, it's my niece and nephew. And all the little kids and cousins that I have in my family, I love seeing their faces light up for Christmas. Because you want to know why, Brian?
Right.
Their happiness is genuine.
Okay.
Now, I say that because people around the holiday times are so effing cheerful. It's sickening. It's like, why can't you be like this all year round? Why? Why do you have to be like this only one time out of the year? Oh my God, it's Christmas. Oh my God. Doing charity work and shit. Why can't you do charity work all year round? So that's my rant for Christmas.
Okay. That's it? I mean,
don't call me no Grinch. I'm not the Grinch.
well, I mean, if you think about it, it's like I said before. I mean, I save up 2 week all my vacation time.
So when you save up all that vacation time, what do you do?
What do you mean? What I do during the Christmas holiday?
Yeah.
Well, I usually go to Georgia for 2 weeks and visit my
okay.
mom. So,
Okay.
And when I'm there, she surprisingly puts me to work in a sense. And she's all in her church community, and they have what's it? How do I interpret this? It's what's the word I'm looking for? They provide food for the homeless and those who needs food and things like that. So I've helped out from time to time passing out food and things like that. So I mean
it's always good to give back.
Yeah,
I will say that it's always good to give back.
But I think for quote unquote happiness and things of that nature, I mean, as you get older, of course, when you get older, you get to the point where it's like, okay, I have everything. I'm not a kid anymore where I need something. I still need stuff. Again, you can get it yourself at any point in time in your life.
Exactly.
Right. So, but unless you have a significant, I think at this point in time, I think maybe the real reason is, and I can add to this for myself as well, is the fact that since we don't have a significant other to the point to to share that happiness experience.
But even when I
think that's that, because I mean, mind you, it's one thing being with family and all that stuff. That's one thing. But if you had a significant other, to with that thing, I mean, I believe that happiness for me, this is for me. I don't know about for you, but for me, I think it would expend that happiness for me.
Bless your little heart, Brian. Bless your little heart.
Last show, I've been in the friend zone I mentioned about the friend zone. So
that's a whole nother editorial shade.
Yes.
Look, I mean, even though people may have significant others, some just do not. They still feel like there's a void there around the holiday time. Which I don't get. Because you don't get what the hell you want for Christmas.
Well, again, then the question would be is what the hell you want? If it can
you don't know what I
want.
No.
What I'm saying is, now let's wait. If it's not something materialistic,
you don't know what I want for Christmas.
Okay, you can go to the concert with me next year.
Okay, what if it's materialistic, but it symbolizes something?
Okay, that depends on how long you've been with that person.
Touche. But I mean, honestly, this is my thing. If you all are starting to meet family around the holiday time and stuff, that means it's pretty serious.
True.
I don't think you can really put a time frame on how long or how short of a period it takes for you to pop the question around. I mean, period. I mean, for real. I've seen people. Well, I've seen it on TV.
Right.
Not so much real life. But, I mean, I've seen some circumstances in real life where people have gotten engaged maybe after 6 months, 6 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, 7 years. Lord Jesus. At that point, if it takes you that long to propose to somebody, you or that person may not be doing something right.
Is this another level of the shade or something? Is this related to the Christmas theme?
Oh, yeah. That's another level. But let's go back to the Christmas thing. That's the only thing about Christmas to me. It's like...
What, to get proposed?
No, like the happiness. Like it's never genuine. And that's why I said, for me, seeing a child's face around Christmas time is genuine. They are excited. They're happy. They're like, their happiness is real.
Right, of course.
It's certain adults, like, they're happy for this period, and it's just like, you're a total bitch or a total asshole
But
all year
again,
round.
But again, it's like when you, depending on that, again, it depends on individuals.
And I hate the cold.
Okay. Oh Lord, shoot. Okay, all right. You complain about the cold.
Mm-hmm.
I spent 4 years in a warm temperature climate on Christmas time. Hated it. I was so, because I was living in Zimbabwe for those 4 years. And, every December, it's summertime in December in the southern part of the hemisphere, for you guys need to know this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and shoot, I felt like I should be in Jamaica. And I hate
Ain't nothing wrong with being in Jamaica for the holidays.
And here's the other sad part. The sad part is like the Santas, shoot. We joked about this. When I first saw the Zimbabwean Santa, it's like they were skinny as fuck. It was like seeing one of those models at the one of the fashion shows. It was like, are you kidding me? So we joked about it, felt like, okay, it's like, okay, Santa must have went around the world for one day, and by the time he got down to any of the African countries, he probably lost all that weight. So that was our joke. But the thing is like, hey, I'm with my family. This is a new experience.
Right.
And keep in mind, Betty, even 4 years prior, because I was in Panama. Again, no snow. Try to get in this Christmas spirit, but really, it's like the weather doesn't get any colder than 70 degrees. So it's just like, okay.
Sound like my kind of weather.
Yeah. So, you still go to the beach and all that stuff. Hey, you want to go to the beach in December? Not here. So it's like that. But again, I would have felt less like, I'd rather be home. I'd rather be seeing the cold because I'm a Maryland guy, or I'm a cold weather guy. I want to enjoy Christmas the way I envision Christmas. You talk about a vision map or a vision board. I envision Christmas with snow and the whole fireplace and the Christmas tree as big as God knows what, and have Christmas everything. That's the happiness I expect.
I think Christmas can be wherever you want it to be.
That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. Let's put it this way. If you want Christmas where you want to have it, I'd rather have it anywhere above the equator, because at least we'll get officially snow somewhere.
I guess that again, I'm not a snow person. I'm a summer baby. I do not like the cold. I hate wearing layers, like sweaters, scarves, hats, gloves, coat, boots, socks. It's too much. It's too much.
I think that's what's ruined your Christmas.
The only thing I like about this weather is I get to wear my fur. That's it. That's all I like about this damn weather. And my boots.
Wear your fur every day and that'll keep you happy.
No, because then my mom told me I can't wear my fur every day. It's not appropriate. I was like, I can't even walk my dog in this shit. I'll be trying to walk my dog in my fur. Because it feels like, honestly, this is, look, y'all can call me all the names y'all want. Animal cruelty, murderer, whatever fuck you have you. Because I'm not the one who killed it. But putting on a mink literally feels like you are in this warm blanket under the covers in your bed.
For a second there, I thought you were going to have one of those peppermint mint moments.
It's stupid.
I feel the cool breeze of the Alps.
But I mean, okay, imagine being in your bed under warm cover, and like a lot of people like to have like the fan on a little bit or open a window for the cool breeze, but it feels good because you're under the cover and you're nice, snug and warm.
Right.
That's what my mink feels like to me. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like I am walking around with this huge quilt over me. And I could wear it open. I don't have to put no gloves on, no scarf, no hat, nothing. The heat that is coming from that coat makes me feel amazing.
Man, cue the music for, what was that? You feel the warmth of the animals shivering outside.
That's what my mink feel like. But the only thing I like about this weather is my minks and my boots. That's it. Other than that, to hell with it. Can't do it.
So
Don't
pretty
like
much the cold is affecting your happiness. Is that what you're saying?
No, people being funny.
Funny? Or, okay, it's people and cold.
The phoniness.
The phoniness?
The phoniness. Like, I honestly.
Why we consider them phony?
Because why can't you do this all year round?
Well, it depends on the situation.
Why does it have to depend on the situation? Are we happy around the 4th of July?
Maybe not.
Are we happy around Martin Luther King birthday?
Definitely not.
Why? But see, that's what I'm saying. Why are we not happy around MLK birthday?
Because not everyone can be happy 24/7.
Not 24/7, but don't just make it about one part of the year. You see what I'm saying?
Well, again, you can you can say that maybe because of the fact that society or media, pushes towards that way and say, hey, be joyful.
Oh my God, and that's another thing.
What?
You're right. Society crams this shit down your throat. It's Christmas time. All you see is green, red, white, green, red, white, green, red, white.
Yeah,
Santa Claus.
And it begins
Santa Claus
right
hat,
after
fake snow,
November
Christmas
1st.
trees. See?
But again,
Can't even get through Black Friday.
It's true. But again, you're like, when you're a kid, you don't think these things. All you're thinking about is like, can't wait for Christmas, can't wait for Christmas. As an adult, I kind of understand it now as an adult. As an adult, you're kind of like, can't wait till January, December, January 1st, because he was like, it's a new year, deal with your, try to deal with your taxes and all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God. And that's another thing. Jesus have mercy. Uncle Sam is right around the corner after the new year.
Right. So again, when you have to be an adult, of course you be crying and whining and all that stuff. But but again, you should take moments to be happy. If you're happy on your birthday, you're happy on your birthday. If you're happy, for your friend's birthday, be happy on that time.
Lord, I mean, after 35, I don't know how much happier you could be about your birthday. It's like,
you're getting some good loving.
Shit.
Are you getting some good loving after 35? Or have you gotten some good loving after 35?
Brian, I'll be honest with you. Man, after 35, that thing ain't even working that good these days. I don't know what is going on. It's like, that's real though. Like, after 35 for men, it's like they need, like, not all men, I'm not going to say all men, but they kind of need like a pep me up. Opposed to like women after 35, they need something to bring them down, because now they just like, ooh, let's go. They got it. Men, nah. The energy levels is off. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, because, after 18, men, sex drive goes down, women still,
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, from 18 to 30, men are like humping dogs. I mean, like, humping on, I'm not going to say all men. Not going to say all men. But men hump on any and everything.
True.
Women after 30, they want to hump on everything. It's a different, I don't know what it is. Like, your hormone level is way different after you turn 30.
I never saw any of these women, so they cater towards the guy who wants to hump everything, and then they complain and get mad, and that's why they're not happy around Christmas time, because their man's not there no more, because they're humping around everywhere else.
That's for somebody else's problems. I don't know what the problems is like. I mean, I felt them before, but at this age, So
I think, well, I say this. I think, with Christmas, I think,
Christmas time is here.
Watch the Charlie Brown Christmas and
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph
Frosty.
the Red-Nosed. Remember the California Raisins? Didn't they have a Christmas
they had
special?
a Christmas show too.
See?
So yeah, I mean, Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
See
Things
what
like
I'm
that. So those things kind of it's supposed to be nostalgic. It brings you back. It makes you reminisce about things.
One more thing about Christmas that I do like: the Donny Hathaway song, "This Christmas." Love the Donny Hathaway version of This Christmas. Chris Brown did a great job, but it's nothing like the Donny Hathaway version of This Christmas. And then after that song go on, they probably try to bring up Nat King Cole, his version of Is this? It's not
Yeah,
Silent
Christmas.
Nights. Is it Silent Night?
No, not Silent.
What
White
is
Christmas.
it? White Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Chestnuts roasting on an open
fire.
fire.
That's another thing. Why is it called White Christmas? But
Black rose nipping
yeah,
on your nose.
yes, that. After Donny Hathaway, I just turned the radio off. It's just my sister. Shout out to my sister, Miss Kia. Hers is the Mariah Carey version.
See, now that I get annoyed with. That I can
You get
hear.
annoyed with Mariah Carey?
I have the when it first came out, and mind you, I was big on Mariah Carey. And when I say, hey, I had to get this, everybody had to get this album, so I did. My thing now with this, with All I Want for Christmas Is You, is everyone thinks this is like the Christmas song, and it isn't. It's like let's keep in mind it's a remake. She just made it better, which is good. I know I give her
props
thing.
on that.
It's her thing, which I give credit for.
Right.
So, but I think it's like everyone. But sad part for me now is like I'm seeing it in everything. Like, and like so many, again, back to media, into every known car commercial to getting toothpaste or whatever. It's just stupid. It's like, look, it's like, can we just leave it here where it is? It's only once a year. I like her voice. Don't ruin it. You know, shout out to those who went to see her show those 2 nights on February 9th, last 2 days. I heard she didn't phone it in. I heard she didn't phone it in. She was good. She was good. So because if you remember a couple of years ago at the New Year's Eve thing, she just said, "Forget it, I'm done." You know, she went full on diva that night. So, but this time around, she was like,
"Oh, she humbled herself." That's what it is.
Yes.
She's actually humbled herself.
No, she realized where she was at, MGM Grand. It's like, oh, I'm getting really paid for this. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. And then, did you hear that Sierra was hosting the New Year's Eve show on
ABC?
Yeah.
She's done it the last 2 years.
She has?
Yeah.
I didn't.
She
even
does
know.
she's the Vegas one. She does out to Vegas.
Oh.
So she's the LA or West Coast.
She out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 minutes
is
behind.
Taped.
I know. 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, which I kind of it took me a while. I didn't realize they taped that part until like about a decade ago.
Really?
Because I figured it's like, why does it seem like it's really delayed? Because because New York, it's full on New York. But here it's like, when you're in Vegas, I figure it's like, oh, it's live, it's all this stuff. But then I was like, wait a minute, why does it seem taped? It just took it. It finally clicked to me. It's like,
but I mean, some of the shows they just kind of show when the ball drops on the West Coast sometimes.
Well, they didn't do it here. That's the other thing, because they're all doing it in the studio, so you won't really see anything.
I know.
But actually, this would be a perfect segue about our season finale episode.
Yes, because I'm even curious about the season finale episode.
Yes.
Well, no, I know the finale, but this is leading into the new year. We have something going on in the new year that I want you to talk about.
Here's the thing. So next week we'll have 2 guests.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one, your boy Gambino. So Gambino.
Gambino.
So he'll be in to promote his new Christmas album, which is kind of weird. That'll be interesting.
Well, you know what? Not last year, but year before last, he dropped an album called The Gift of Gambino.
Right.
And he dropped it on Christmas, and he dropped 25 songs in the album. Mm-hmm. And it was fire. Like, it was a really awesome album. So I don't know what happened last year, but he wants to do this kind of like every season. So The Gift of Gambino 2 will be released this December on Christmas, and this has 17 songs. Yeah.
Okay.
Like his albums, his.
I guess some 8 people getting some coal then didn't finish it off. But yeah, I think.
I think that 25 is a little extensive, so he was like, I'm gonna like back it up a little bit and do like 17 this time.
Okay, understandable. Well, he can further explain it next week.
Absolutely.
Also, you'll have a guest co-host.
Yes, Miss Candace.
Yes, Miss Candace will come in because I have some things to discuss with her when she comes on. But with everyone in, and since we're talking about Christmas and kind of leading into New Year's, we are bringing back the Battle of the Events. So figured it's like, okay, which is more better? The Office Christmas Party or a New Year's Eve party over either at a friend's house or at the clubs or whatever. So which is more better, an office Christmas party or a New Year's Eve party? So
I'll let you know after my experience with my office Christmas party next Tuesday.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Well, you missed the Rip Radios or Rip Monday Nights.
I know.
So
let me tell you, I did not know until I was on Instagram, and I'm like, holy shit.
I told you when it was.
I know. I knew. Like, literally, I knew in my mind when it was. My body didn't know when it was.
My body didn't catch up with my mind.
Exactly. Like, you understand, these last few weeks have been a little hectic for me. So when I'm looking online Monday, I'm like, damn, I forgot. How did I forget about this? You reminded me several times about it. So yeah, that's my fault.
Yes. Yeah, we had egg rolls. The sad part. Well, I'll let Candace explain next week what happened, because she had this lovely cake.
Aww.
Lovely cake that no one had a chance to taste it.
It fell.
I'll let her explain. So, but anyway, but actually, the main thing I wanted her on, especially that Monday, was to meet there were some really good entrepreneurs there that would truly benefit Candace's talent. So
awesome.
So I was glad that she came and
that's
was able to meet some of those
awesome. I'm
people.
so mad I missed it.
Yeah, you missed out some craziness. We played a game, the Mixology Jeopardy.
That sounds fun.
Mind you, everyone keep claiming me I'm a good host, but trying to play a game with it's crazy. So it was really crazy. It was fun. It was wild.
Yeah.
So a lot of drunkenness. So but it's worth a rewatch if you on Rip Radio Networks on demand. So
I missed you.
Yes, but we'll try to have something next week. So try.
Absolutely.
But anyway.
All right. Well, let's wrap up editorial news. Well, my editorial shade. Sorry.
Well, the whole show. Let's put it that way.
I didn't. Well, yeah, the whole entire show. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, if you want to go to my Powell's event, the workshop is on December 30th. From 12 to 4 p.m. Tickets are 20% off. If you use the code Fashion Victuals, make sure you check it out, especially if you're trying to start your own business. If you have some life goals, business goals, this is the perfect workshop for you. Excuse me. And then, yes, see us next week. Peace.